Hello everyone, thanks for watching our video. In this time we want to present the essay analysis of our work. So we have the agenda. The first point is the structural identification. Then we have the evaluation of the essay. The third point is the grammar and spelling. And for the last part we're going to leave the questions. So let's start. The topic of our essay is managing resources in organizations. So we're going to study the structure identification of the essay. So we try to do the writing draft, and we separate all the ideas of the essay in colors. As we know, all the ideas are separate for point. So we use colors to make them easier to identify. So this, as we can see, is the first paragraph or the introductory paragraph. We identified the hook sentence, as we can see in yellow color. Then we have the topic sentence in blue sky color, and we have the thesis statement in purple color. Then we have the topic sentence of the first paragraph of the body paragraph of the essay. So we identify a series of ideas in different colors, as we can see, and also we use this resource to separate the ideas. We have 8 ideas in total in the first paragraph. Then we have the topic sentence in yellow color again for the second paragraph of the body, and in this case we have 9 ideas. As we can see, the paragraphs are really longer. We have here the topic sentence of the paragraph 3 and 8 ideas in total. We have the topic sentence of the paragraph 4 in yellow, and again we have 8 ideas. Here we have the topic sentence of the paragraph 5, and in this case we only have 3 ideas. Finally, the concluding paragraph of the essay. We identify in yellow color the quote sentences, and in purple we identify the topic sentence almost at the end of the paragraph, and we have the concluding sentence at the end of the paragraph with gray color. And that is the basic structure that the essay follows. Practically is the outline of the essay. As we can see, the introductory paragraph, the body of the essay with different paragraphs. In this case, we have a total of 5 paragraphs of body paragraph, and we have the concluding sentence at the end. And that is all.
Evaluation. Introduction. There's an introduction opener? No. The introductory paragraph doesn't have a sentence that's worded as introduction opener, which is the first sentence doesn't include any of the 4 options considered. These are rhetorical questions, statistical data, quote, or short story. Also, the only quote that is completed is the middle of the text and not at the beginning. Science, it doesn't have a sentence that engages the reader at necessary aspect, as it's the first thing that the reader will read. Due to the nature of the essay, it's recommended that the question found in the introductory text at the beginning of the paragraph, because it will give an idea of the importance of interpersonal relationships in the workplace. And the second one, yes, although there is no adequate introduction opener, instead it is the sentence that expresses the importance of strategies to improve production in any company, including interpersonal relationships, which is what develops throughout to the entire essay. However, it's no adequate sentence to start the introductory text, as it doesn't attract the reader's attention enough. The third one, yes, in that the thesis statement assessed, which in this case is the end of the paragraph, which explains the main idea of the body paragraph, in which its content as well as its objective are summarized. It's located paused in the place adequate, and it's also developed in the pertinent extension that helps you understanding. And the last one, yes, the to the type of the say that is developed, it can be said that the thesis statement process what is necessary to understand the content of the work, which as can be seen later, analyze the necessary aspect to consider to improve not only the work environment, also personnel hiring processes that help increase that and improve production, helping to solve in the same way the problem of interpersonal relationships. Body paragraph. There are topic sentences in the paragraphs. Yes. The science of topic sentence occurs within the body paragraph. Specifically, there are five sentences that spread the content to be developed with different idea in the body text. Among the sentences, we can find the one in the first paragraph of this section of the essay, which expresses one of the main problems that arise the lack of adequate methods or hiring personnel in the company and the reasons why they are considered a relevant aspect in the proper functioning of the company. The second one, yes, for a good part of jump between paragraphs, sentences, and ideas they are present. A few examples have been highlighted, such as, for example, however, first, in order to, if. The third one, yes, clearly you can see the separation of the different ideas that develop the main idea of the topic sentence using supporting details. An example that give a clear idea of what you want to transmit in this case, the details are focused on the proposal of the paragraph and doesn't divide from it. The readers needs examples and details to have a better picture to understand what is the meaning. And the last one, no, they say doesn't comply with the criteria entirely. Some paragraphs go even higher than 200 words. However, on a positive note, it does fulfill the criteria or have an average of 6 to 10 sentences per paragraph. Saying the structure we are looking for should be more precise and shorter. We recommend data to exclude or desanitize some complementary facts and examples.
We think that one of the main objectives or the main objective about this essay was to analyze one of the main ongoing issues on DPL's agency. The objective was accomplished indeed, but it seems that the author forgot to reinstate the thesis statement at the concluding paragraph. We will recommend adding something along the lines of, when analyzing the elements revolving around the case of Miguel's agency, and you can expand further on. The ideas at the concluding paragraph were basically presented in the same order as they were introduced in the body paragraphs. Is there a suggestion to one of the problems? Yes, we think this is logical, since the essay that we have presented has or follows the characteristics of what will be expected from a problem solution essay. Then we have grammar and spelling. Overall, appropriate, yes. There's moments or parts the essay where the idea gets lost due to the errors that we have, but overall it's a pretty understandable text. The outline used is easy to identify from this essay. Yes, we considered that the main points are easy to identify, and it complies with basically having supporting facts for the ideas presented. Also, the last thing will be the title of the essay. We think it's a proper and of course a good title, but it could be improved a lot more to be more attractive and to really engage with.
As well, the corresponding corrections in some of the paragraph of the introduction and the body of the essay. Starting with the introduction, which showed us from the beginning an incorrect opener for the hook. which did not finish hooking the reader from the beginning of the text. We can find a large amount of errors, such as absence of certain linking words, lack of the word the that would be included later to make sense of the rest of the sentence, lack of punctuation marks, such as the comma, necessary to pause the sentence, words that have an inappropriate companion, like among, here, or in a worst case that are misspelled as these assignments, which as we can see, the correct way will be this assignment. Two different words. After that, in the body of the essay, we can find again a lot of numbers of errors, but these are distributed in a more diluted way. For example, the redundant use of words like this. A proper way of concluding a proper personal selection. The word proper is used twice in the same sentence. Unlike the previous case, there are misspelled words that have been corrected, like this, and this. But just like errors, there are same success in this case, since there is proper use of linking words between one idea and another, which can be shaded in yellow, such as for instance and in addition. Another linking words that were used correctly are in order to, basing from, and for example. The rest of the red marks is to be able to differentiate the errors as in the previous paragraphs, incorrect use of words, or the lack of any of them, in this part and this one. Finally, at the end of the body of the paragraph, we can see the final errors of the body, such as some words the use of the plural is necessary, such as here, here, and here too. And the lack of punctuation marks, like the comma again. And that was our presentation about the topic. Thank you so much and have a nice day.